Hello, my friend, and welcome to Wisdom Trek. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 5-day per week wisdom and legacy building podcast. This is day 801 of our trek, and it is Wisdom Wednesday. We continue this Wednesday to explore our trek of interpreting life through a biblical worldview. As a Christ follower, it is important to view all situations and events in life through the lenses of the Bible. This is a view of the world that is aligned with what the Bible teaches. We are exploring current issues that impact our world and society and comparing them through the lens of the Bible instead of the lens of society, culture, modern media, or even social media. I do not desire to tell you what to think, but to teach you how to think, so that you may be able to filter the current issues and events through your own biblical worldview. I may explore opposing views that challenge you to think. You may not always agree with my view, and that is okay. I am open to any comments that you may have on the subjects that we will explore. We are broadcasting from our studios at the Big House in Marietta, Ohio. I am going to diverge this week from the topic of loving yourself, which we started last week, and we will finish that topic again next Wisdom Wednesday. Since this episode is being released on Valentine's Day, I decided to explore a biblical worldview of what true love really is according to God's Word. So our topic today is the God kind of love. The first part of today's trek is a paraphrase of what is considered the love chapter, which is 1 Corinthians chapter 13. This is written by David Sanford and was copyrighted in 2003 and is being used by permission. And this is his paraphrase. If I talk a lot about God and the Bible and the church, but I fail to ask you your needs and then help you, I am simply making a lot of empty religious noise. If I graduate from a theological seminary and know all the answers to questions that you'll never even think about asking, and if I have all the degrees to prove it, and if I say I believe in God with all my heart and soul and strength, and claim to have incredible answers to my prayers to show it, but I fail to take time to find out where you are and what makes you laugh and why you cry, I am nothing. If I sell my extra car and some books to raise money for the poor starving kids somewhere, and if I give my life for God's service and burn out after pouring everything I have into my work, but I do it all without once thinking about the people, the real hurting people, the mom and dads, the sons and daughters, and the orphans and widows, and the lonely and hurting, and if I pour my life into the kingdom, but I forget to make it relevant to those here on earth, my energy is wasted, and so is my life. Here's what love is like, genuine love, God's kind of love. It is patient, it can wait. It helps others, even if they never find out who did it. Love does not look for greener pastures or dream about how things could be better if I just got rid of my current commitments. Love doesn't boast. It doesn't try to build itself up into something that it isn't. Love doesn't act in a loose, immoral way. It doesn't seek to take, but it willingly gives. Love doesn't lose its cool. It doesn't turn on or off. Love doesn't think about how bad the other person is, and certainly doesn't think about how he could get back at someone. Love is grieved deeply, as God is, over the evil in the world, but it rejoices over truth. Love comes and sits with you when you're feeling down and finds out what is wrong. It empathizes with you and believes in you. Love knows you'll come through just as God has planned, and love sticks right beside you all the way. Love doesn't give up, or quit, or diminish, or go home. Love keeps on keeping on, even when everything goes wrong and the feelings leave, and the other person doesn't seem to be special anymore. Love succeeds 100% of the time. That, my friend, is what real love is. Now let me read 1 Corinthians chapter 13 from the New Living Translation. If I could speak all the languages of earth and of angels, but didn't love others, I would only be a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. If I had the gift of prophecy, and I understood all God's secret plans and possessed all knowledge, and if I had such faith that I could move mountains, but didn't love others, I would be nothing. If I gave everything I have to the poor and even sacrificed my body, I could boast about it, but if I didn't love others, I would have gained nothing. Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It is not irritable and keeps no record of being wrong. It does not rejoice over injustice, but rejoices whenever truth wins out. Love never gives up, never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures through every circumstance. Prophecy and speaking in unknown languages and special knowledge will become useless, but love will last forever. Now our knowledge is partial and incomplete, and even the gift of prophecy reveals only part of the whole picture. But when the time of perfection comes, these partial things will become useless. When I was a child, I spoke and thought and reasoned as a child, but when I grew up, I put away childish things. Now we see things imperfectly, like a puzzling reflection in a mirror. But then we will see everything with perfect clarity. All that I know now is partial and incomplete. But then I will know everything completely, just as God now knows everything completely. 3 things will last forever: faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love. As we close out our Valentine's edition of Wisdom Trek, here's something to think about. A physician once said, "The best medicine for humans is love." Someone asked, "What if it doesn't work?" He smiled and said, "Then increase the dose." Next week on our Wisdom Wednesday, we will continue from last week with the subject of love yourself and your body as we explore the concept of same-sex relationship and transgenderism through the biblical lens. If you have any topics that you would like us to cover, please email me at guthrie@wisdom-trek.com. Tomorrow we will continue with our 3-minute wisdom nugget that will provide you with a bit of wisdom. If followed, will allow you to grow healthier, wealthier, and wiser each day. So encourage your friends and family to join us and to come along with us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. That will finish our trek for today. If you'd like to listen to any of the past 800 treks or read the Wisdom Journals, they are available at wisdom-trek.com. You can also subscribe to iTunes or Google Play so that each day's trek will be downloaded to you automatically. And thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, I am your friend, as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal. And as we take this trek of life together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and then leave a living legacy each day. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and then create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.